So just the other day, me and a friend were talking about some health things, and we ended up talking about testosterone. I proceeded to tell him some of the things that I had learned that were killing men's testosterone, and he looked at me with kind of a shocked face. If you don't know about some of these things, you may be decreasing your testosterone daily. I'm going to tell you 3 things that are killing your testosterone and preventing you from becoming the greatest version of yourself. Let's get into it. The first thing that is killing your testosterone is polyester or synthetic clothing. If you go to a Walmart or to any other clothing place and you start looking around at some labels and clothing tags, you are going to see that most of the clothing is made out of polyester or some kind of synthetic material. Even if it's not 100%, it may be 60 and even 80% polyester or nylon or any of these other synthetic materials. Now, these synthetic materials are made and they actually have estrogenic properties. So think, if you're at the gym, what are most of your gym clothes made out of? Polyester. Look at the tag. I bet you that it will be polyester or some kind of synthetic material. And so when you sweat, that material gets mixed with your sweat, which then absorbs through your skin. You have to remember your skin is an organ, and it's actually the largest organ in your body, very complex, and it is able to absorb things. So if you have that polyester or synthetic things rubbing up against your skin, especially when hot or sweaty, it's going to absorb into your skin much easier and faster. Then those little plastics go into your bloodstream, preventing your androgen receptors from accepting your testosterone. All of these synthetic materials are made out of phytoestrogens because they're not a good type of estrogen. Both men and women, we both have testosterone and estrogen. So as a healthy man, you will have some levels of estrogen, but they should be very low. Wearing lots of polyester and synthetic clothing, this is obviously a bad thing because those phytoestrogens are getting into your bloodstream and therefore preventing your body from expressing the testosterone. The second thing that is killing your testosterone is receipts. Now, this is kind of a big one. I've been seeing a lot more reels and people talking about it lately, which is good. This one is very tricky because if you work in some sort of retail job or if you work a job behind a desk or a counter somewhere, normally you will be handling receipts and you will be giving them to people. Now, each time you touch a receipt, most of them are made out of a paper, which is called thermal paper, which actually has BPA's in it. Now, BPA, it is actually an endocrine disruptor that also prevents your body from expressing and also then prevents it from making the testosterone. So when you're touching receipts all day, especially when you're sweaty, that leaches in your skin. Think about that. You know that feel of receipts. I know you can imagine it. That is bad. So, if you can, avoid receipts at all costs. If you have a girlfriend, sister, or wife, it may be good to try to have them to touch your receipts if they have to. But even then, I would try to avoid having them touch receipts because it's actually not good for them either. Those fake estrogens will actually disrupt their normal estrogens. And so that's not a good situation for them either. Avoid touching receipts no matter what. The third thing that is killing your testosterone is drinking and eating out of plastics. You may see a theme going on here, and that is because our world has turned a lot to plastics. We used to be a lot more into metals and glass bottles and silverware and things like that. But nowadays, when you go out to any fast food place, when you're at any event or anything like that, most likely what you will be seeing is plastic cups, plastic straws, plastic bags, plastic silverware, plastic everything. We cannot escape plastics. Now, there are companies who have started to see the damages of plastics for the environment as well as for our health, and they've started to move back toward glass bottles and using metal and things like that. So that is good to see. But while we are in this time, you need to avoid drinking and eating out of plastics, especially if it's warm. Do not microwave anything in plastic and then eat it. That may be one of the worst things for you. When you heat up plastic, what does it do? Imagine throwing a piece of plastic in the fire, it's going to melt. With that melting, they're going to be leaching out into your food. You do not want to be eating plastics if you can avoid it. As well as drinking through a plastic straw, that's plastic, straight into your mouth. Your mouth is very good at absorbing things, and so if you stick a plastic straw in there or plastic silverware, you will be eating plastic. And this will be causing your testosterone to go down and down and down. And we do not want this as young, strong men. Your quality of life is just going to be much better if you stop drinking and eating out of plastics. Well, there you have it. Those are 3 things that are killing your testosterone. There are many more. I'm planning on making a series of videos on things that are killing your testosterone, but these are 3 things that I wanted to address first. Polyester and synthetic clothing, receipts, and drinking and eating out of plastic. Keep those 3 things in mind. Try to avoid them at all costs. As a man, we want healthy testosterone in our bodies. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything I post. I'll be having some interesting videos coming out here soon. And with that, I'll see you in the next one.